Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are going to not be doing a tutorial or anything like that. I'm going to be doing some of my favorite Morphe brushes. So I have different brushes in here, from like cheek brushes, face brushes, to of course eye brushes. And this video is not sponsored, anything like that, definitely not. But I'm just going through some of my favorite Morphe brushes that were good for me, that I've tried out, a couple different like collections of them, and yeah. So if you guys want to see what my favorite Morphe brushes are, then keep on watching. Whew, it is hot in here. Okay, so for the first like face, yes, I did get a backdrop by the way. For the first brush that we have is this brush right here. This big old brush right here. This is the Morphe E41. This is from the Elite collection, and oh my gosh, I used to have like this really small powder brush, and it would literally take me like forever to put the powder on over my face. And then I had this, and I just have to pick up a little bit, and then I can literally like with just a couple of dabs from my powder and putting it all over my face, I'm like done, because it picks up so much, but it doesn't like collect it or anything like that. It just makes sure that it goes all over your face and everything like that, if that makes sense. I like this brush as well because it's super big, like I said, and it's really soft. The Elite collections are one of my favorite collections because they're so soft. Like the bristles are so soft. This was more on the pricey side, but it's not like anything like if you go into Sephora and try to get one of these brushes and they're like $40. It was not that much. It was just like more on the pricey side, but definitely wasn't $40 just because of the size difference and everything like that. But if you guys are looking for a powder brush, this is the one to get. So for my next brush, this brush is kind of like an all-purpose brush. This brush is the Morphe E3 brush. This is also from the Elite collection. This brush you can use like literally on your face. You can use it for your cheeks, anything. You can use it for blush, different powders, really anything like that. If you want to, you can use it as a bronzer. Like you can literally do anything with this brush. It's really nice. It's more skinnier and to a point. I like to use this for like my under eye brightening powder, or if I can't like get into these little areas of my nose, and I pick up my face powder and put it in those areas. Some days if I lose my blush brush, then I'll use this for my blush. It's really used for literally like anything. There's different purposes. Like if you really just need like one brush to kind of do everything, you can use this. Just use different like sides for it and everything like that. But this is a great brush. This is also, like I said, from the Elite collection, and this is an E3 brush. Next brush, I literally cannot live without it. This is the R36, and this, I've used it so much, literally the printing has came off of it. Like everywhere else, like on this brush, the printing is still on it. This one came off. This one is from a different collection. This is from the Rose Gold collection. This one has more like white hairs like this. You can see I didn't get to clean this one, but I used my highlighter for it. I used to use fan brushes and it would work good, but the highlighter was never like super like blinding or popping. And then I watched like some different like influencers and like their videos, and they're like, oh my gosh, like you have to get this brush. This brush is like the best brush to get to put on highlighter. So when I went to the Burbank store, the Morphe store in Burbank, California, I got this brush. I was like, I am determined to get this brush, and I have never gone back to my fan brush, which isn't a terrible brush. This one just applies my highlighter so much better. I feel like it really picks up the product and actually like really lays it down. Sometimes if I want more of like a natural glow, which really never happens, but sometimes if I would just, you know, want a natural glow and just being lazy, then I will use like the fan brush. But this is just like my go-to. This is the R36 brush from Morphe. It's a little bit fat, but it's still skinny and points up to the top. So it's just great for blinding them cheeks. Next brush is blush. For my blush brush. I have a couple different blush brushes that I used to use. Like I used to use like this fat one that was like not by like any specific brand. It's like this fat blush, and if I picked up too much of the blush would literally be like this on my cheek, and I'd be like, hello clown school, holy crap. And then I found this brush, and this is the E4, which is also by the Elite collection. Like I said before, this is just like one of my favorite collections just because the brushes are really soft, so I really like that. But they have multiple collections. But anyways, this is the E4 brush, and I like this for blush because it's an angled brush. You can really use this for anything. Like this could be like a good one also for like bronzer. I just am really a fan of it for my blush. It just really applies really great. It's an angled blush, and a little bit more can go on some more of my apples of my cheeks, and then a little bit less where the angle kind of starts to go down can go more on like the edges of my cheeks, if that makes sense. I don't know why, but every time I use blush, and this brush is like always clean, I'm trying to save it for like if I'm gonna try to do like makeup on like a friend or somebody, I'm just like, no, I need that brush, like I need that brush. Oh, whatever, I'm just gonna use it because I need it later. So I always use this brush. I never can go back to like my old brush or any other brush because this one is just so great. It's always been like my ride or die and stuff like that, so this one's a keeper. Next, we have two more face brushes, and these are not all my brushes for Morphe. I know you've seen like literally me use all of these in a video before. I do actually have a lot more Morphe brushes, like a couple more, but these ones have just been my all-time favorites. So if you're wondering, I actually do have more Morphe brushes, but I was just like, these are actually my favorites because that's why I use them like every single video. So the next two are Bronzer and contour the cheeks and bronze the cheeks. Since we are getting into the summer weather, you want your cheeks to look like, especially like if you're like me, like this morning, I put more like burgundy pink colors as my eyeshadow, and I was like, holy crap, I literally look like a ghost because I'm so pale. So I was like, I gotta take my bronzer brush, put some bronzer on, and it's made such a difference. I never used to be good at bronzer, sucked at it so bad. Used to be like harsh line, used to always be so low, too high. I was like, holy crap. Then I got this brush. This brush is the R14, which is also by the Rose Gold collection, and it's kind of like a white-haired brush. You can see some of my bronzer on it. And this one's just really great because it's more smaller brush. Like sometimes like the I think it's like the E2 or stuff like that. Like those like fatter brushes, sometimes those work better as a bronzer. But sometimes since I mess up like so easily whenever I'm doing like bronzer or contour, the smaller ones are just better for me. So they really get good into like your hairline and stuff like that, and just make it look like more natural, like it's supposed to be there. And it just really gets into those bronzing areas that you really want bronzed up. So I've always used, whenever I go to my bronzer or anything like that, I always go to the R14, which is the Rose Gold collection. So yeah. Then for contour, if you want to snatch those cheeks, snatch them to the gods, look fierce, if you just want to, you know, look cute, be like, look at me, cut somebody. You can cut somebody with the R10 from Morphe. This one is more fatter and a little bit more, I don't know if I would say longer, but this one's definitely more fatter. This one you can also use for bronzing. This one's just a little bit better because it really is more, since it's a little bit more squished like this, like flatter, it really just like really starts to like carve out those cheekbones, which I don't really do on like a daily basis. Sometimes when I'm feeling myself, then I definitely will, but this one is always the one to go to. If I ever want to do contour or anything like that, I definitely go for the R10 by Morphe. Okay, now we are done with the face brushes. For the eye brushes, drumroll please. For the eye brushes, I need some more eyeshadow brushes, but I actually use like multiple different brands and stuff like that. But these ones are a keeper if I'm ever doing my eyeshadow. So first up, we have another Rose Gold collection. This is the R37 by Morphe. This one, when I first got it, the bristles used to be 10 times longer. Like, I swear to God, these used to be 10 times longer. When I first got it in the package, because I follow Morphe like on Instagram, and they were always like, this is the best blending brush, like you need this in your collection, this is the best blending brush, like on their Instagram and everything like that. So I was like, oh my gosh, I want that. So I got it, and I got it, and I was like, oh my gosh, like this kind of hurts, like it's like kind of like harsh on the eyes. And I didn't wash it for like a really long time. I didn't wash it. The bristles were much longer, I have to say, and it was a little bit harsh. Then I washed it a few times, and it has gotten 10 times softer on my eyelids. The bristles, I will say, I feel like they got shorter, but that's just like, I'm like, what the heck, like I think it got shorter. But I will say, like at first I was like, okay, I have to stop using this, because it's like, it really got in my crease and it really blended great, but it kind of was harsh. Like it didn't like hurt, but it was a little bit harsh for blending, especially going like on the eyes. So I stopped using it for a while, and then I cleaned it and stuff like that. And after cleaning it a few times, it is a much more gentle and just much more soft. So if that happens to you guys and you get this, I still think this is a great blending brush and stuff like that. But if you get this and you're like, why the heck is this so harsh? I don't know if that was just me, but I just thought that this was a little bit more harsh, if you know what I'm saying. But I had to wash it a few times, and then it was Gucci. It was Gucci. Okay, 4 more, I swear. Next one is another rose gold collection. This is the Morphe R34 brush. I just cleaned this brush so you can kind of see that it has like some white tip hairs here. This one, I don't necessarily, sometimes I will apply, like I'll actually pick up the eyeshadow and apply it with this, but this one's just more for like if I already have the eyeshadow on and I need to blend it a little bit more. This one is a really good extra, like an extraness of a blending brush, like if you just really want to be extra and you just really want to blend it, if you know what I'm saying. This one is really, really good for blending. I really, really like this one. This one I probably don't use every single day, because lately, actually for my every single day, I lately haven't been wearing eyeshadow. But today, for like the first time in like weeks, I put on eyeshadow, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need more blending ability, and I picked up this one, and I used it, and my eyeshadow don't look too shabby, if I do say so myself. So this one is good for like an extra blending. It does work good if you pick up the eyeshadow and put it on with that. I just think it's even better like if you just use it for like an extra blending brush, like an extra blending brush, because if you're gonna wear eyeshadow, you need it to look good and you need to look blended. Like it definitely takes practice, but if you got a good blending brush, honey, you can contour the world. 3 more brushes. 3 more. One is from the Elite collection. Again. This is the E13 brush from Morphe. This one is so soft. This one is kind of more of, not necessarily like, I don't know how to word this, but it's a little bit more tight. Like it's more tight in there. It's a really good blending brush. Really good to apply the product, put it all over the eyes, put it on the outer corner, blend, stuff like that. This one's just like really good, super soft, just kind of like straight to the point. Nothing super like OMG, but seriously, if you guys have to get a blending brush or like a blush to put eyeshadow on, get this one, E13. The next one looks super similar to the one that I just showed you. Like when I got these two, I was like, what the heck? I bought 2 of the same one? Oh my god, I am so dumb. And then I was like, no, I really didn't. They just made like ones that look similar. Okay, these ones look exactly alike, but if you look, this one, which I'm about to show you, is the E27. This one is a little bit of a longer one, a little bit more straight and skinnier. That one was a little bit more wider on the edges. This one also was a lot more loose. What I mean by loose is like when you blend it on your eye, it's like loose. Like it can just like go everywhere, wherever you put it, it's just like loose. The E13, which I just showed you, it's a little bit more tight, straight to the point. They're both really great. This one's really good for blending. This one I use a lot whenever I do eyeshadow. It just really gets in there, blends it all out. Yes, they do look similar, but trust me, once you use them like differently at different times or like at the same time, or one on this side and the other on this side, then you'll be like, okay, I can tell why they're different. They're just like cousins, but not really. Okay, last but not least, this guy. I love this guy so much. This guy, I feel like you can use, like, really for anything. Well, anything, like, on the eye, pretty much, for me. This is the R43. I use this so much, again, that the printing of it, like, came off, but I know it for a fact because I've used it in so many videos. I just know it by heart. That's R43. It's the super small, as you can see, if my thing will stay in focus. It's super small, and it's kind of just like straight to the point. It's really good. I love it for the lower lash line, because if you want more thick, you can just grab more product, make it a little bit wider. If you really just want to stay straight on the eyelash, you just grab a little bit and you straight there. And it's really good. Also, if you want to pick up like black eyeshadow, you can smudge out some liner, pretend like the eyeshadow is liner. You can do a lot of things for like the eyes and stuff like this with this product. So this one, I also love to apply glitter with this, like sparkles, glitter, stuff like that. I love, love, love this. So this is R43 from Morphe, and again, this is the Rose Gold collection. Boom! Okay, guys, and minutes later, that is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Just showed you guys a couple of, not just a couple, but, you know, quite a few of my favorites Morphe brushes. So if you guys, yeah, and if you guys ever forget, because, you know, I just like to talk and talk and talk, you guys can go down to the description box, and all of these brushes will be just... all these brushes will be listed down below. Yay! So if you guys like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see y'all later on the next video. Bye!